It says MasterCard introduces controversial biometric payments that require a facial scan. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim out there pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. To the 144,000, the house of David, Shalom. It's your brother Dama Agabar here from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson. Lord willing to edify and will give you a warning from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? And I was as I was reading this article, and I was reading a couple other articles as well, but I decided to just use this one to Lord willing to edify. But it's just showing you how Mastercard is introducing this controversial biometric payment, which is going to require you to it's going to require a facial scan, but also it's going to allow you to make payments with the wave of a hand or a smile at a camera, right? Which, when you see things like this, MasterCard is just one of the many pawns that is being used by the WEF, the World Economic Forum, the Davos Group, the Rockefellers, the ID 2020, and it's really just one of the many tentacles on the octopus of these global elite that's leading you people to a national ID or your digital ID system, okay? Because you have to understand, once this so-called New World Order gets implemented, and they bring in the Revelations 13 and 16, which I'm going to read, this whole agenda, the ID 2020 is basically, trying to make everybody having a national ID as a, as a, as a right to human freedom is all basically going to lead to the Charagma, right? But you see companies like MasterCard, they're using the how you can go into the grocery store, Amazon Pay, what else? You can go into Sprouts and these other different stores, and they're setting up the same technologies to where you could, you know, biometrically pay for things, which is all part of the same goal, which is to get everybody used to and normalized with this biometric system, to do away with cash and debit cards, and ultimately lead you into the charagma. All right. Because hey man, because the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, the whole, this, these elites, man, they're all working towards the same goal, and they're using all these different companies, all these different platforms. They're going to use everything at their disposal, man, to get you to come down and get linked into this system. All right. Pretty soon you're not going to be able to get on your Instagram account. You're not going to be able to have an email account. You're not going to be able to get on Facebook or YouTube or any digital platform unless you have a digital ID with your biometric information on it, and eventually the charagma, man. You see, because all roads are leading towards Revelations 13 and 16. All right, they're just using Mastercard as just one of the many ways, that they're going to implement this system. Because when all is said and done, man, you you're not going to have credit cards in this new world order system. Mastercard is not going to exist like that. You're not going to have credit cards and you know credit cards and bagging up debt, man. Everything that you do is going to be monitored, is going to be tracked, and you're going to be given a central bank digital currency, man. You're not going to have no goddamn credit card in this digital enslavement system. You see, but they're using these things as a way to slowly coerce you people into getting down with this digital system. This is all it is, man. Because in this new world order, man, everything's gonna be based off your social credit system, all right? The particular things that you eat, how good of a slave you are, how much you obey, what you watch, what are the things that everything's gonna be controlled, man. And you're going to be rated and judged off of your buying habits, what you eat, how much energy you consume, what type of things you give your time and energy to is all going to be used against you, man. And your central bank digital currency is going to be based off of how good how much you obey. All right, you're not going to be out here balling out under this new beast system, man. So let's read a bit of this article. It says, amid privacy concerns, payment giant MasterCard is rolling out the controversial biometric payment systems, allowing users to pay with the wave of a hand or a smile at a camera, you see. And this is all ultimately leading to that national ID, that ID 2020, your biometric identification, which is going to come with you, giving up your biometrics, and all your information is basically going to be done through your persons, man. All your information is going to be on your charagma. All right, all your medical history, all of your payment history, you being tracked and monitored, whether you're littering, all that shit is going to be all followed and monitored and tracked in real time, man. You're not going to be able to operate outside of that system, and that's the system that they're slowly, gradually bringing everybody into. Like I said, they're just using different companies like Mastercard and Amazon Pay and all these other things. These little biometric systems that they're offering these people out here on a day-to-day basis. That's just slowly working you into this, slowly working you into the ultimate system. All right. It says the payment giant said it's rolling out biometric checkout programs to speed up checkout time and reduce QAs, you see? And they're offering it as a convenience. Look, it's just faster. Imagine not having to pull out your wallet or fumble through your purse or pull out your wallet, which absolutely takes no fucking time whatsoever. Hey, I go to the checkout, I pull my wallet out. It don't take no time. It's not an inconvenience, but they're offering this shit as a way of convenience to where you don't even have to check out. You can just walk out of the store. Wouldn't that be cool? And these stupid ass people are gonna fall for it. It's just a gradual, it's gradualism. It says it also claims that biometric systems are more secure and hygienic than debit and credit cards. You see, it's more hygienic. You won't have to worry about, losing your card or, everything is just going to be on you. And guess what? It's going to be in you too. It says once enrolled, there is no need to slow down the checkout QA searching through their pocketbooks, their pocket or bags. You see, which that don't take no time at all, man. That's not an inconvenience. You see, but these people are so impatient and so in a microwave mentality that to them this was seen convenient. It was seen cool. It was seen you know uh, 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 you know it'll make their lives a lot easier. You see. It says MasterCard said while introducing the controversial tech, consumers can simply check the bill and smile into a camera or wave their hand over a reader to pay, you see? And this is where it's ultimately going to lead, man. They're spoon feeding you this technology and then eventually, boom, it's going to come to the Charagma, man. You can wave your hand. What the hell you think is going to be in your hand for you to wave it over a reader to pay? Come on, man. It's not rocket science, man. We can see where these devils are leading you down the road, but like I said, they're gradually introducing it into these people. It says MasterCard will begin testing its biometric checkout system in Brazil at the 5 St. March stores in the city of Sao Paulo. Interested users can register their biometrics via an app or in a store through MasterCard partner PayFace. Look at that, PayFace. And they're already talking about that's how you're going to pay for your taxes. And that's how you're going to do your taxes in the future. They're going to need your biometrics, your face, your fingerprints, all this other information. Then eventually they're going to slap that thing up in you, man. You see? And it's all being done, as they're slowly, gradually working you into a slave system, man, to where they're going to be monitored and tracked. Every single aspect of your life is going to be monitored and tracked, and it's ultimately leading you to a place where you're going to have no privacy, and you're basically going to be indebted and enslaved into the system. To where once you sign up for it, once you offer your biometrics, and once you offer your right hand to take that, man, there's no getting out of it, man. And guess what? You're going to be at their mercy. So if they want to shut you out of society, they want to turn off your, your biometrics and turn off your Charagma. What are you going to do inside of that system? You see, they're slowly going to work you people into a slave technological slavery, man, that you won't be able to get out of, and there is going to ultimately lead you helpless, man. You're going to be at their mercy. You're going to have no choice but to obey. All right, because they'll be able to shut you out. Hey, they can take all your CBDCs. They could turn off your you're not going to be able to function, man. You can't just walk into a store without this technology because the way that you buy and sell is through that technology, man. You see? It says a spokesperson said that it will soon roll out the biometric checkout system in the UK. You see, and now that they're just making it seem as if that's just for checkout, but it's going to be in all sectors of life. If you want to go to the hospital, if you want to get a driver's license, you know, if you want some insurance, if you want medicine, if you want medical help, if you don't have this, if you're not locked into the system, guess what? You can't enter into the system. And once you get into the system, once you're locked into it, you can't get out of the system, man. All right? You're going to be a slave, man. A total, complete technological slave to this system, man. It says it is also focusing on markets in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. And the main point is down here, right? It says the system will help MasterCard tap into the biometrics technology industry, which will be worth over 18 billion by 2026, according to the KBV Research. MasterCard cited a study that claimed that 74% of global population has a positive attitude toward biometrics. Yeah, because they don't fully understand the end game of it, the enslavement, the slavery that's behind it, man. Once you into the system, you're locked into it. You can't just say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not like now if you bank with a bank and you don't like the way that the bank operates, you can go and take your money out of that bank. You can go and say, you know what, I'm gonna switch banks. Just close me out. Once you in this system, nigga, you ain't gonna be able to go in there and tell them, look, I don't want to be in this anymore. Because once that Charagma is in you, that's it, man. Once you sign up into the system, that's it. They own your ass, lock, stock, and barrel, man. And anything that they they'll have total control over you, man. All right, you're not gonna be able to hustle outside of this system. You're not going to be able to, barter outside of this thing because everything is going to be tracked. Every single piece of, every bag of chips, every clothing, every shoestring, every single thing in the society that's being brought or sold is going to be marked and tagged and tracked and monitored, man. And you're going to have the proper access and the proper, you're going to have to be into this system to get these things, man. You see? It says, however, private advocates have raised concerns about biometric checkout system. MasterCard themselves has recognized the data and security concerns that come with the use of biometrics. Susie Miles, a lawyer, told The Guardian, a password can be changed. Your smile and wave cannot. Yeah, and just like once you get this Charagma and once you're put into the system, you can't opt out of it, man. All right? Once you're in it, man. Once you are tied into the system, guess what? You have to play by their rules, man. You can't, you don't have a conscience. You're not going to be an individual. You're not going to be special, man. You're going to be a slave to their beast system, man. And whatever they tell you to do, you're going to have to do it, or otherwise, bro, it's going to be immediate consequences, man. Like I said, they can, restrict you from leaving your house, restrict you from getting on trains, restrict you from going to the store and using your central bank digital currencies, which will be um, operable, man. Once they'll have the ability to tell you what you buy, what you cannot buy, and what you can buy, what your CBDCs can afford you, and what it cannot afford you, man. You see, and that's why these devils are deceiving you people, man. But they're doing it with convenience, and we know they're gonna collapse this system and let all holy hell break loose and all type of chaos and starvation and famine and make it to where you people are gonna willingly come and join up into this system, not knowing that you're just further enslaving yourself, man. You know, it says if biometric data is hacked, then the risk of fraudulent activity could be considered considerably higher than the recent current payment methods. But in this system that they're trying to put you people into, it's not going to be able to be hacked because they're going to control every aspect of it, man. You know? It says others fears that the systems will collect and store data that can be used to monitor and track users. No shit, Sherlock. That's the whole point of it. But they're not telling you that. They're presenting it as convenience, and you won't have to nobody can hack you. You won't have to worry about identity theft, none of these things. But what they're not telling you is that once you get into this system, uh, every single aspect of your life is going to be controlled. You're going to be told how much energy you can use, how much sex you can have, how much electricity you can use, how often you can take a shower. If you're taking too many showers, man, you know. And like I said, and on every aspect, on every level of life, man. This is what these devils are slowly bringing you people into, man. And they're using this technology and the convenience of it to entrap you, man, and enslave all of humanity through this fucking system, man. It says, while it seems MasterCard has taken steps to protect and encrypt this data, as biometric payments become more commonplace, the use of such data is likely to evolve and it will inevitably become harder to protect individual rights to privacy. You see, and that's what it is. You're not going to have any privacy, man. You're going to willingly lock yourself into a system to where all of your privacy, your free speech, your, your individuality, you know, you having your own thoughts in your own mind is going to be taken away from you, man. And you're going to be told what to believe. You're going to be told if 2 + 2 is 5, the nigga is 5. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay the consequences because you're going to be locked into a system that you can't get yourself out of, man. You see, and this is what this devil is working everybody up to. This is what the ID 2020 is really all about, man. And that's what the whole plan that happened the last 2 years was really all about, to introduce this system into the society, man. And it's about to get worse, with this with these new lockdowns coming. They're gonna come harder, and they're gonna fully implement this locking you into this ID 2020 system for you to have a global ID. Because why? They're gonna starve you out. They're gonna still take everything away from you, and they're gonna tell you, in order for you to have, to be able to to show that you're worth anything, you're gonna have to get down with this system. All right. And if you're down with the system, guess what? You're going to be killed. You're going to be starved out. You're going to be left out in the cold, man. You see? So you're not going to have any, you get into the system, you're giving away your individual rights, man. And a lot of you people did that when you wrote that sleeve up, and, handled, and you did what they told you to do, man. You see? So you can see all these little systems, all this MasterCard biometric programs, the swipe and pay in these different stores, you know, uh, when they was pushing that thing out, you know, it was all part of this plan, the ID 2020, which is ultimately to get everybody to get down with the MOT to the B. All right. This is Revelations 13 and 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And we know what that mark is. It's the Charagma, man. We've went into it time and time again. And with that, that's how you're going to be able to wave your hand and pay for particular things, man. What's going to be on that thing is all of your information, your digital ID. All right, is going to be within that Charagma, man. Within that Charagma will be your social credit score, your CBDCs. All right, and everywhere you go, everything that you do is going to be tracked through that, man. And you're going to be watched and monitored in real time. You're going to be enslaved in real time, man. You see, but the Lord, the scriptures just tell you about buying and selling, because buying and selling is basically it's through buying and selling that everything else falls under that, man. Like I said, identification, driver's license, right to travel, passports, your JAB status. If you're up to date on all of your juices, your social credit rating. If you're a good citizen, if you're a bad citizen, what you can buy, what you can't buy, how much energy, everything, man. It's going to be all upon that thing, man. See? And it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see? And like I said, it goes into further than just buying and selling, man. Every aspect of life, man. Like I said, if you want to go into a hospital to get medical attention, you better have this in this beast system. All right? If you want to go and go to the grocery store and buy some food, well, you better be linked into this system, and you better be on your best behavior, and you better have a social credit score that's worth a damn. See, you better be a good slave, man. And this is where everything is headed, man. And these devils, like I said, through the WEF, the World Economic Forum, the Davos Group, the Rockefeller, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, they're all working around the clock and making sure that everybody gets with this new digital ID, because it's going to lead into this beast system, and it's going to lead into the Charagma, man. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6666, man. All right, and that's what this is all about, and that's what this whole biometric bullshit is all leading you to, man. And they're just coming at the people with many different angles with it, but it's all leading to one end goal, which is the Charagma, man. All right, you're not going to be able to have to have a identification in this beast system without that Charagma, man. You're going to have to give up everything in order to be down with this system, man. Otherwise, you'll have nothing. All right, and they'll separate you from this society. They won't allow you to buy or sell or eat or drink or shop or travel or even exist if you don't have it, man. And different companies like MasterCard and these other companies are all they're all being used as pawns to bring you down to the ultimate end game, which is the Revelations 13 and 16. So Lord willing, I wasn't all over the place. Lord willing, you brothers were edified, man. Call hello, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. And to the next